Okay, this is going to be a very quick video to clear up something that I was struggling with understanding. And anything to do with mental health is complicated. I wanted to talk to you about something that I've recently learned. And I might not be completely correct on this, and I'll do my best to explain it. It's not particularly hard to understand. Well, while I've got this in my hand, do please subscribe if you want to keep up to date with progress, and press the little bell thing and it will tell you when I put a new video on. And thank you for the support that I've had. It's been fantastic and encouraging to me, and I'm hoping that I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to be able to overcome some of these things and take you on that journey, and we'll overcome them together. And that will be a really good day when we first bag our first success. Will be really good. Now, I've always been confused over CBT and ERP. So CBT is cognitive behaviour therapy, and ERP is exposure response prevention. So I've always been told, well, CBT is good for OCD, and then other people say, no, CBT doesn't work for OCD. And I'm like, well, make your mind up, does it work or doesn't it work? And then there's people who say, well, ERP, exposure response prevention, is what you have to do for OCD. I'm like, oh. So CBT, cognitive behaviour therapy, encompasses everything to do with cognitive behaviour. Now, under that umbrella of cognitive behaviour is ERP. So I think understanding that is good. And I think the thing that will help with OCD is exposure response prevention. And I've watched videos on it, and I've done it, tried to do it, failed. Because I don't think my heart was in it, and I need to really get my heart in it. And I think I was trying to tackle too big a problem to start with. And I want us to go on this journey where we're going to find one small OCD thing that we can conquer, and we can say we did that with the help of exposure response prevention. And ERP is basically putting yourself in a place where you're vulnerable. And it's a little bit like, you know, if you've made your bath too hot, you kind of like put your foot in and you go, oh, it's really, that's just a bit too hot. So, you know, you take your foot out, you add some more cold water. Well, in my mind, ERP is a little bit like when you keep your foot there, even though it's hot, and you'll let your foot adjust to the temperature of it being possibly a little bit too hot. And after maybe 30 seconds of your foot being in that hot water, you realise, hold on, this isn't actually too bad. And you lower yourself into the bath bit by bit, and you become accustomed to the slightly higher temperature of bath water than you would normally have. And it's the same, isn't it, when you go to the seaside or go into cold water or some swimming pools. You know, you put your foot in and it's like, well, that's a bit colder than I thought it was going to be. And you slowly lower yourself, and your body acclimatizes, if that's the correct word, and conditions itself to be able to accept it. And that's what ERP is. But trust me, I'm scared of doing it because I know the bad feeling, and I know how easy it is to just quickly do a compulsion and pull myself back out of that bath water and put some nice cold water in and make it the perfect temperature. But what we're trying to do is actually harden ourselves and create what's been said on other websites and other podcast things I've done, is this word resilience. We're trying to learn to build up a resilience. It's the same with everything, isn't it? Going to the gym, going and doing something for the first time, it's always hard. And we're now going to stand up against OCD, and we're now going to do exposure response, and we're going to stand up against that bully. It is going to be hard, but I think it's going to be rewarding. And when something's hard, but there's a fantastic reward, kind of makes it worth its while, doesn't it? So I'm excited to try to do this, and I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear everything you've got to say to me. I'm bearing all honour. I've told you some really embarrassing things, and I feel stupid and silly. But I'm going to carry on doing this, and I'm going to carry on doing this for you guys, or the person on the other side of this who's struggling, in the hope that it might encourage you. because you are encouraging me. So let's help each other. Let's help each other to have a better quality of life and to really just fight back against something that's been bullying us for most of our lives. If you're anything like me, that's the case. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to put this video on and to bear with it to the end. I'm trying to make honest, genuine videos for like-minded people, and I'd like to keep carrying on doing that. So thank you again, and have a good day, okay?